Hello everyone and welcome back to the offline video series of Biology of class 6. So today in this video we are going to start with a new lesson, and the name of the lesson is Disease and Hygiene. Normally a person is said to be healthy if he or she is not suffering from any kind of disease. For example, if the person is communicating well with everyone, if the person is feeling very happy, if the person is in good physical and mental health, that person is known as to be mentally and physically healthy without causing any kind of disease. Health is defined as a complete state of physical, mental and social well-being, not only the absence of disease. That means many people think that a healthy person means the person is not suffering from any kind of disease. Actually, sometimes it may happen that some people are mentally stressed or depressed. This can be also considered as an example of mental disease. We are going to study about what is a disease. Disease is a word which arrives from two words, dis and ease, which means a person is not feeling comfortable. When a person is functionally or physically not comfortable, that means the person is suffering from any kind of disease. A disease is a physical or functional discomfort for a person apart from the normal activities which he carries out in his day-to-day life. Disease can occur because of unhygienic surrounding or environment, consumption of tobacco, alcohol and drugs, not having a proper balanced diet, infection by any disease-causing germs or microorganisms, abnormal functioning of any organ or body part, allergic reactions because of certain substance. So these are the various reasons through which a person may suffer from any kind of disease. Let us start with the next topic, types of diseases. First one is the non-communicable disease, that is non-infectious disease. And the second one is communicable disease or infectious disease. So let us proceed further with non-communicable disease. Non-communicable diseases does not cause by any disease causing germs, microorganisms or bacteria. These diseases mainly cause because of improper functioning of any tissue, organ or body part of human body. And that is why these diseases does not spread from one person to other person. That means these diseases are known as non-transmissional disease. These diseases does not transmit from one person to other person. So, if a person is suffering from any kind of non-communicable disease and if you come in contact with that person, you won't be affected with that same type of disease because that person is suffering from any kind of disability or dysfunctioning of any body part or body organ, rather than suffering from any kind of microorganism or bacteria. Some of the examples of these non-communicable disease are rickets, diabetes and some of the heart diseases. Now let us proceed further with the second topic, communicable diseases. Communicable diseases are the diseases which are caused by some disease causing germs, microbes, microorganisms and bacteria. Usually these diseases spread from one person to other person, and that is why these type of diseases are also known as transmissional diseases. So if a person is suffering from any kind of communicable disease and if you come in the contact with that person, it is possible that we may suffer from that particular kind of disease. Usually, the microorganisms, germs and bacteria through which this communicable disease occurs are known as pathogens. So these diseases spread through various agents like air, microorganisms, insect bite, contaminated food or water. Examples of these communicable diseases are chickenpox, malaria, cholera. Now we are going to study about the types of non-communicable or non-infectious diseases. So here are some of the types of non-communicable or non-infectious diseases. So according to the classification of non-communicable diseases, some common examples for these type of diseases are metabolic disease, which contains diabetes and kidney stones, genetic diseases like hemophilia and thalassemia, allergic diseases like fever and asthma, dietary deficiency diseases like beriberi, cancer like breast cancer and leukemia. Leukemia is commonly known as blood cancer also. Degenerative diseases like arthritis and cataract, physical and some chemical agents like dust, sunlight, radiation, poisons, etc. Some kind of mental illness like depression. In case of dietary deficiency diseases, there are three types of diseases. First one is protein deficiency disease. It is a type of disease in which the diet lacks nutrients such as protein. The second type of dietary disease is vitamin deficiency disease. In this kind of disease, the diet lacks nutrients like vitamins. The third and the last type of dietary disease is mineral deficiency disease. In this type of disease, the diet lacks nutrients like minerals. So here we are going to study about the table. In that we are going to study about some common vitamin deficiency disease and mineral deficiency disease. So this is the table which shows you some common vitamin deficiency diseases. There are three columns. First column will give you an idea about the type of vitamin. Second column will give you an idea about the type of disease through which the person can suffer. And third column will give you the idea about the sources of food through which we can get more vitamin. So this is the second table of some common minerals deficiency diseases. This table also contains three columns. The first column will give you the idea about the type of mineral. Second column will give you the idea about the types of diseases through which the person can suffer. And third column will give you the idea of food in which there are rich source of minerals.
Hygiene. Hygiene refers to conditions and practices that help to maintain health and prevent the spread of diseases. It is important to maintain personal hygiene and the cleanliness of the surroundings to prevent the spread of diseases. Hygiene is the science dealing with the preservation of health. Maintaining personal cleanliness. Personal hygiene. Cleanliness is the freedom from dust or impurities. We need our body, clothes, house, and surroundings to be cleaned thoroughly and regularly. In dirty conditions, many germs attack and the chances of infection increases. These infections can cause some disease. Personal cleanliness is the most essential for good health. It is always better to remain under hygienic conditions. To maintain a good health, following suggestions should be adopted in our daily routine. 1. Wash your hands frequently. Before taking meals, hands should be washed by soap. 2. After taking meals, wash your hands and brush the teeth to remove small food particles. 3. Regular bath must be taken to clean the skin and entire body with a good soap. 5. Keep the nails short and clean. 6. Eyes should be washed by clean water twice or thrice daily. 7. Ears should be protected from dust. Do not use unhygienic objects like matchsticks to remove earwax. Soft medicated buds should be used to clean the ears. Maintaining cleanliness of the surroundings. Public hygiene. By adopting the above-mentioned methods of personal cleanliness, you can keep yourself healthy. Sometimes, even after taking most of the precautions, you get sick. Can you understand why this happens? Most of us keep our home clean and maintain the hygienic conditions. Some of us have unclean personal habits, which make it difficult to maintain a healthy environment. You may be clean, may be eating balanced diet, and have healthy atmosphere at home. But what will happen if your neighbor dumps garbage in the open? What will happen if drinking water supply is not clean? These unhygienic conditions may produce disease, causing microorganisms, and you may get infection and fall sick. Thus, unhygienic personal habits can create health problems for you and the entire community. The following precautionary measures should be followed for the health of the whole community. 1. All public places such as the schools, office buildings, bathrooms, lavatories, cinema hall, etc. should be kept clean. 2. The eating places such as hotels, restaurants, dhabas, and their surroundings must be kept clean. All eatable items must be kept covered. 3. All public drains and garbage must be covered and some disinfectants should be used. 4. Water should be kept free from germs and microorganisms by using chlorine or bleaching powder. 5. Spray disinfectants over stagnant water so that the mosquitoes do not breed over there. 6. For sewage disposal, proper dumping method should be followed.
So allergy is a kind of unpredictable reaction which takes place on a body because of a particular substance which is known as allergen. So many people are having the allergies of different substance which they use in their day-to-day life. So some of the common examples which acts as the allergens or which are the major source to cause allergy or reaction on the body are spores, pollens, dust, some of the cosmetic items, some medicines, etc. So these are the various things which we often use in our day-to-day life, knowingly or unknowingly, and because of these, rashes or allergies takes place on the body. Some of the common body parts which are affected by this allergy are respiratory passage, digestive passage, nasal passage, etc. Diarrhea, vomiting, asthma are some of the allergic reactions which takes place because of this substance.
An allergy is an overreaction of the immune system to a normally harmless substance called an allergen. Common allergens include pollen, animal dander, down feathers, mites, chemicals, and a variety of foods. On first exposure, the inhaled allergen enters the mucous membrane lining the nasal passages, where it is taken up by the antigen-presenting cell, which presents it to the T cells. These T cells activate the B cells to release substances called IgE antibodies against the allergen. These IgE antibodies sit on the surface of the mast cells. The mast cells have granules containing chemical mediators like histamine and prostaglandins, etc. On exposure, the allergen binds to the IgE antibodies present on the mast cells, cross-linking them. This results in the release of histamine, prostaglandins, and other mediators into the surrounding tissue. These mediators cause dilation of the surrounding blood vessels and increase their permeability, This results in the nasal stuffiness, sneezing, and mucus discharge of allergic rhinitis. Antihistamines work by blocking the action of histamines at its receptors and thus decreasing the body's reaction to the allergen.
There are various reasons to spread these communicable diseases. For example, if we come in the contact who is already infected with a particular kind of infectious disease. Apart from that, if a healthy person is using the clothes, towel, comb or any cosmetic item of infected person, this can also lead to suffer through that particular kind of diseases. Apart from that, distance should be maintained from the person who is being infected of any kind of communicable diseases. So, there are various sources through which these communicable diseases transfer from one person to other person. For example, germs, viruses, bacteria, worms, etc. So here is a table which gives us information about some common diseases which are caused by viruses. So the first column indicates name of diseases. The second column indicates mode of transmission. That means through which source these diseases can be transmitted. Third column indicates what are the symptoms of that particular disease. Fourth and the last column indicates what are the preventions and what treatment can be done in order to cure that disease.